Tasman is still dealing with the massive loss of their key fly half Marty Banks this late into the season in round 8 of the ITM Cup, and now they're back at home to Trafalgar Park with a face-up against North Harbour. Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornf1lakes Crib, your home of Rugby Challenge 2 and the ITM Cup, where Tasman are back in action here for round 8 up against North Harbour, and still without their key playmaker, their key number 10, Marty Banks, still out for quite a number of days, 30 days in fact. Last time we checked the start of the team before this game, he was still out for quite some time. So it is Marshall who resumes in the number 10 jumper, and we've got Scott coming back to inside centre, but they'll be looking once again to the key names. Fonatia, Lowe and Heem, they will be the go-to men. Hopefully Marshall can lead the troops around again like he did last week for all those Tasman fans, but it'll be up to him and Cowan, who really have to step up in this trying time. The forwards, when you got a back row like Christie, Kalamatangi and Squire, it really makes things a lot easier to hang on to the ball. This is a Tasman side capable of so much. How will they keep on dealing with the absence of key players, and can they hang on to their top 4 spot? North Harbour have been struggling very much this season. They are 13th on the table, a 1 win, 1 draw, 5 loss record. The last 2 matches they appeared in were 12-3 loss to Southland and a 30-18 loss to Waikato. So unlike their opponents today, they're really struggling to make inroads into this competition. They've got key players in this team, they've got big players. When you look through their forwards, the likes of Parsons is a regular player at Super Rugby level. Triggs, he is a massively influential player as well. Bryn Hall, a scrum half that has experience and has excitement ability, should really be sparking this backline with the likes of Aki, Tavita Lee. Goodness me, do you need any better than Tavita Lee? He is the top of his game. Raikuna on the right, and of course former Southland Stag Robbie Robinson at the back. Why are North Harbour struggling so much? They'll want to put those woes behind them though, if they can, North Harbour, because they've got to step it up again here against Tasman. Robinson with the kicking duties today, kicks off, and we are underway for the ITM Cup as Christie takes the kickoff down, and look at this from Tasman again. Kalamatangi around the outside of his opposite, he goes, Bryce Heem, and we're going to be in for a try. Robinson is chasing, but it's going to be in vain, because Bryce Heem is in. First play of the match, and Tasman have points on the board. Wow, when you've got a backline that can smoke him like that, who needs key players? Kalamatangi, that was sublime skill from the open side flanker. Robbie Robinson had the speed all day long on Bryce Heem, but he didn't have the head start, and it was goodbye from Bryce Heem. Tasman excite their fans early on here at Trafalgar Park with an early try. First phase of the match, what more could you wish for? Bryce Heem gets the job done. So not really what North Harbour were looking for here at all. Conceding after just a couple of minutes. And now Tom Marshall out on the right hand wing, hits his kick beautifully. That is outstanding. That is a very good kick from Tom Marshall. Man, this guy is a leader. He is a true hero among these Tasman players. Robinson wouldn't have been predicting a restart this quickly into the match. Down it goes to Marshall, finds Robbie Melnick. Wheeler knocks it backwards, which isn't a bad result as Fonatia comes away with the ball, swats away one. Has a go back to Heem, and this is still alive. There's not been one breakdown as Christie looks through, and outside he goes to Perry. Wheeler on hand with Marshall. Marshall busting away. He's gone. No chance for Olsen. And again it's Robinson who will have a chase in vain. As away go Tasman. Try number 2. Where's North Harbour's head at? Tom Marshall scores, and Tasman are looking on fire here. Well, they've had their trials and tribulations, have Tasman this season, but they are letting North Harbour have it. Absolutely dishing it to them at the moment. Tom Marshall, well, not accustomed to the fly half spot. But boy, oh boy, he's making an outstanding go of it. In the absence of Banks, this Tasman side is looking truly classy. They lead by 12. Marshall will have his second shot. A lot easier this one. And another 2 points on the board. Tasman playing at the top of their game at the moment. 14-0. They lead North Harbour. Well, this is very much not in the game plan for North Harbour at all. Trailing by 14 after 12 minutes. Still plenty of time to go. As is beautifully taken from Raikkonen. And Cowan has to make a desperate attempt to save that one. Tasman get numbers to the ruck. The breakdown looks like it's going to go back. And the Makos have the ball. Kalamatangi, they're going to run it. Oh, don't tell me they're going to do it again. Wide, Raikkonen commits. And Fonatia, now he's busting away over the 10-metre line. He is going to do, no, he's not. He's found Christie. Christie going in. Oh, Shane Christie. You little ripper, that is truly an outstanding piece of rugby. What is going on at Tasman? They are playing out of their skin. Fonatia knew he wasn't going to do it. Found Christie up against Bryn Hall. Get out of here. No chance. He swats him away like a little bug, annoying him on the side of the wall. Just swats him away, splits him against the post. And Christie. Oh. Tasman are just firing up at the moment. The Makos are itching for a feed. And North Harbour are prime for the taking. Marshall to wrap it up to 21. Count it. It's good. It's 21-0. Tasman are just crushing North Harbour at the moment. And why would he not be happy? It's that man there along with the others in the white who have some serious soul-searching to do here. Robertson kicks off again. This is a better-looking kick, but is up for Wheeler. And finally we have a breakdown. Well, it's been one of very few in this match so far as Hall looks left. He finds Halangahu, who offloads nicely to Aki, who's kicked it through. But Malnick's got that covered all day and all night. Here's Cowan. Finds Scott, numbers for him. Beautiful work. Fonatia, he's going to put his boot to it. And here comes Christie. Oh, look at the pace of the big man. He is screaming up. He's going to get, oh, Raikkonen's messed that up. Robinson gets it. He gets Christie. A big face full of the flanker. Right at the same time. Cowan's in. Jimmy, no, he's dead. Oh, unbelievable defence. Finally, North Harbour gets something right. And they've held Jimmy Cowan up over the dead ball line, forcing him without grounding the ball. That's good work from North Harbour. Finally, something's gone right for them as Robinson switches his feet there and kicks it down to Cowan, who's probably a bit aggravated by what just happened, and he's going to make them pay. But some good defence stops him hard. Oh, and turns the ball over. Hall gives it to Halangahu, who takes a big pile of Fredericks with him. And gets driven backwards again. Good defence from Tasman. Reading this North Harbour playbook very easily at the moment. Hall again isolated and again a shocking run. Wheeler finds Cowan. Cowan away as Scott turns it back on the inside. He's going to look to the outside where Robinson is committed. And look at Marshall. Marshall's in. What a brilliant try. Oh, that is outstanding from Scott. The communication, just the know-how of where the teammates are going to be is just out of this world. Scott stepped inside, put in the grubber, he committed Raikkonen and Robinson, And it was Marshall left alone on the outside. Simple finish. That's how it's done. Get in there, he says. Lee made the tackle, had to commit. And Robinson is really having a nightmare back there. Not that he's playing too badly, he's just getting carved up like a piece of meat. He's being left out to dry by his teammates. As Marshall, another try, he has a tough kick here. Strikes it nicely, it's on target, it holds its line, and it's another spectacular 2 points. Where has this come from Tasman? The Makos are just thumping North Harbour at the moment. It's 28-0, and we're not even at half-time. Robinson gets us back underway. Another good kick, another good chase, but Perry all over it. Kavabati, nice pass to Wheeler. And Wheeler gets tracked down. North Harbour defence finally gets something done there. Cowan waves through to the back, and Cowan puts on a bit of a run, finds Scott. Now, we've seen something special from him before. He opens to Marshall. Marshall looks back and field Christie. Christie to Squire. They're going to look left. Halanukanuka. Not a bad pass, but not a good one either, as it's fallen to North Harbour. And they have a chance here on halfway. Harbour look to hold. Good pass as he offloads. Oh, not knock on. That's not how it's done there from Vea. But we'll go back to the offside from Marshall. Marginal there. First real mistake we've seen from a Makos player. Good tackle too. Boy, he dislodged that ball. We'll have a penalty. And I'd imagine, well, North Harbour want to go to half-time here. Well, this surprises me. You're behind by... Oh, that's only just gone out as well. You're behind 28-0. Why on earth do you kick for touch? I guess desperate to head to the sheds, desperate to get some advice from the coaching staff, but there is so much to do here for North Harbour as we head to half-time. One team will be, well, ecstatic with how they're playing. The other will be appalled. It's 28-0. Look at that possession. 75-25. That is clear and utter domination. We go down line break 7-2. 4 converted from Tasman. North Harbour, oh, they've even had the ball long enough to make 2 line breaks. Tackles is a big one as well. Just 9 by Tasman, 28 by North Harbour. Handling errors have been clean as well. Just 4 between the match, 3 to Tasman, 1 to Harbour as well. So the Makos lead by 28 points to 0. It is as one-sided as you'll like, and it is a clear and utter thrashing at the moment. The Makos on track for a big one. Will North Harbour storm back and make something of a match in this second half? We only got one thing to do, and that's stay tuned and find out how the second half pans out here. Tasman leading North Harbour 28-0. So it will be Lowe who will kick us back underway. Bit of a mix-up here for Tasman, giving some responsibilities around the team, and it's working wonders. As very nicely taken from Pleasant State, finds Olsen, and finally a bit of backbone shown here by North Harbour. Hall goes short side and puts a crossfield kick in. The wind holds it up, and it eventually bounces free, and Lowe turns, and Lowe just about gets away. Good tackle coming in from Raikuna. As Squire goes right for Kavabati. Nice run there from the big man. Finds Fonatia. He squirts it out for him. Back it goes to Marshall. That was a just about thing again for Tasman, but it's intercepted. And it's free ball here for Harbour as they look wide. Beckham fielder goes for Mayhew. Has a couple of goes. Eventually goes to ground. And Tasman numbers here. And they'll run this back to Scott. And Scott gets his kick away. Straight down the throat of Robbie Robinson, who waits at the back. And he kicks one straight back. And Cowan fields it and takes the mark. Interesting call from Jimmy Cowan. Thought he might have been keen on the counter-attack. Lowe has it. And what's the call? Well, he is keen on the counter-attack. It's had time to restructure here as Cowan throws one over his head. Marshall has to take the defence on. And Lowe is his only partner in crime. They go to ground. Kavabati's involved. Back for Scott. Scott puts on the speed. And now Scott screams away. Now he gets his kick up. That's not bad either as he took out the fullback. And it's going all the way back to Vitale's there. He finds Beckhamfield, not the man he wanted. And Pleasance Tate has a world of trouble there. But now we're back. And it's going to be Olsen who takes this one to ground. And North Harbour survive a tricky situation. Hall loses it to Cowan. Kavabasi nicely. Fonatia. Oh, Fonatia loses the ball. Heem comes up with it and rescues the situation. Lowe. Oh, Lowe's just thrown that to no one. Squire goes away and jumps on it. A slow start to the second half by both teams. As Perry knocks on, he's kicked it straight to Lee. Not the best thing you can do, but not a bad result as the chase was good on Lee. Short run from Olsen. Again, straight to the deck. Not too keen on kicking this as Triggs goes all the way back to Robertson. Oh, and the two former Stags from Southland have combined in a massive tackle. And looks like Cowan's in trouble here. He is. Yellow card. Jimmy Cowan is gone. Well, it was a set play to go back to Robinson, but Cowan was quick out of the line. A little too quick for the ref. He's called offside and he's called a high tackle. It's a double advantage, if you will, for North Harbour. Oh, that was close to not going out. Well, no need to look so grim there. Joe Wheeler. You're leading 28-0. Here's Parsons. Oh, Parsons has given it to Wheeler. Oh, what a come around this is. Scott finds the ball from Marshall and Fonatia is open out here. He's grabbing a head. Oh, and it was too good. Too hot to handle, but not a bad little touch finder in the end from Kieran Fonatia. Pressure line out on here for North Harbour. They've gone very short, just 3 men. And Parsons will throw in. They've gone very deep, and it's nicely worked in the end for Olsen, who finds it nicely to Hall, who's in trouble. He's been forced in goal, and he puts it down. A 5-metre scrum for Tasman. Well, it looked like a good set play there from Harbour, but boy oh boy, Bryn Hall was just swamped, and he got taken out. Now the scrum feeds, of course, Cowan in the bin means Marshall will have to play scrum half. And he does not a bad effort, has a bit of a dabble himself, loses the ball, and a forward pass, surely, out to Raikuna. Malnick's back there, Raikuna turns him inside out, has a go, brilliant fed from Raikuna, this could be a brilliant try, a team, Heem on Raikuna, oh, brilliant defence! Bryce Heem takes him all the way to the corner and puts him in touch. What a run though, from Raikuna. It looked like it should be a try to Tasman, but David Raikuna, that is a brilliant turnaround and puts the pressure all the way down the other end. Should have scored. Boy, oh boy, he should have scored. Cowan, back from the bin. Oh, Scott, that is a great step. He's in behind, and so is Marshall. Marshall offloads. Fonatia, once again on Robinson. Puts on the fin. Now he frees infield. Bryce Heem. Oh, one end to the other. Bryce Heem take a bow. That is class. He is playing out of his skin. Well, try-saving tackle just minutes ago, and now he gets one of his own. He is playing at the top of his game. Fonatia, look at that. Get out of here, Robbie. Then they offload. Heem puts on the burners, and he is hard to catch. Look at the chase coming. Raikuna, Robinson couldn't catch him in time. But Tasman, goodness gracious, how good are they playing tonight? Best team in the competition when they're like this. Proven it time and time again, but this is emphatic. They've played attack all night long, and they finally get to do a bit of defence. And Bryce Heem shows they're not just one-trick ponies. Try-saving tackle and then running the length of the field to score one of his own. That is highlight reel stuff from Tasman. It's Tom Marshall. Says this game's too easy. He nails another kick. He's played 9, he's played 10, he's played 12, 15. Goodness me. He is the master of the back line. 3 minutes remain in this match. It's 35-0 North Harbour have been well and truly thumped here as Cowan pulls down a kick-off, and to ground goes Christie. A rare occurrence there, not getting the offload away. Here's Kavabati, will run it out. He finds Scott, who's been quite good, and Cowan on his outside, finding a way through. Don't tell me it's Bryce Haim. Bryce Haim's running away. The chase from Archie, but Bryce Haim is in for a hat trick on the buzzer. Bryce Haim, man of the match, man of the tournament. He is brilliant. He is single-handedly ripping up defences this year. Look at that pass from Cowan, as again he and Robinson went head-to-head in a big clash. But it is Cowan who is having the last laugh as he sets up Bryce Haim for yet another try. And not even Archie could keep up. Bryn Hall gave chase, but Bryce Haim has always just enough pace to get the job done. And always had piles of support as well. What a match this has been. The best display from a Makos side this season. Quite simply outstanding. Marshall will finish the match off with his final kick. It's 40-0, and he's going to nudge that one to the left. So he proves that he is just human after all. Despite a superhuman performance from Tom Marshall, he rounds it off with a nice tidy 40 points to 0. Win for the Makos over North Harbour. And one of the most dominant displays in the ITM Cup we have seen this season. 14-0. Just let that sink in for a minute, North Harbour. What have you done? They need to get a big check-up here, do the Harbour side. They have been well and truly thrashed by a Tasman team who are playing on so much passion at the moment. 40 points to 0. 6 tries unanswered. And the try scorers were Christie with one, and that was a beautiful try from Christie. Tom Marshall got a double, and Bryce Haim got a hat-trick. An outstanding display from Bryce Haim. Marshall was flawless throughout until he finally had enough and just nudged one kick wide. 5 from 6 from him, and he was really the chief destroyer in this Tasman side, along with Bryce Haim. Unbelievable match from Tasman. They dropped 1% of possession from half-time, going down to 74% for the match. But in the end, it didn't really matter. North Harbour were dead and buried at half-time. They didn't seem too intent on getting back into the game. The try that could have been from Raikuna, once again we go back to Bryce Haim. It should have been a try. Raikuna should have scored that every day of the week. But Tasman dedicated to the bitter end. 54 territory for the Tasman Makos. Of course, the yellow card to Jimmy Cowan didn't hinder them at all. And they even made 11 handling errors to Harbour's 1. What an outstanding match. Tasman getting the win, a big one, 40 points to 0. And let's see how that's affected the table and who we have to look forward to for round 9. And that quite nicely sets the tone as round 8 comes to a close, and it is Southland who is in action for the first match of round 9. So before we look at that, let's have a look at other results from round 8. Of course, Tasman 40 points to 0 over North Harbour. Otago getting up 16-11 over Northland, and Bay of Plenty with a 9-point win over Counties Manukau. So looking at the table here, and that win has done wonders for the Tasman Makos side as their points differential rapidly goes up to 89. They're on 29 points, and they also got a bonus point for that as well. So no side has no bonus point. There you go. Tasman and Southland, just the one. They're on 25 and 29. The Shield holders sit in 4th, a 3-point lead over the fast chasing Bay of Plenty and Manawatu. Goodness me, it's a tight table, this one. Who is going to make the semis? It's going to be tough to call, but it is Southland in action next, and they're up against Auckland, who sit 8th with a 3-win, 1-draw, 4-loss record on 17 points. But there is one big piece of silverware at stake. That's right, Ranfurly Shield defence. It is Southland who will defend the Shield against the men from Auckland. That is going to be a big one at Rugby Park Stadium for round number 9. Can the Stags hang on to the Shield? Can they continue to hold on to their top 4 spot? Baplenny and Manawatu are coming hard. It's going to be a massive battle right to the final round. So that is my time for today. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying the ITM Cup series, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe if you want to see plenty more rugby action. But that is me for today. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all next time for more rugby from the ITM Cup. Until then, take care.